Welcome back. I am Victoria Yoosuff, aka Vicola. If you're new here, you're welcome. If you're an old subscriber, thank you and welcome back. So if you're new, consider subscribing if you like this video. Some time back, I did a video on what women want, and I got a lot of reviews and a lot of comments and likes and all that. But today we're going to talk about what a man wants, what man wants his wife to know, what the husband wants the wife in the house to know, what she can do to improve on their marriage, their communication, and everything related. So we're going to start right away. The number one thing for most men is acceptance. A man wants to be accepted by the one person he loves dearly. A man wants his wife to accept him for who he is, accept his flaws, and don't criticize him or don't condemn him because of his flaws. Rather, talk and compliment his strengths. So every man wants their wives to know that being accepted is very, very important to them. So it's very important for every woman out there listening to me to hear and to also learn to accept their husband for who he is. No man is perfect, but no woman is perfect either. So the most important thing now is for women to understand that and then try their best to accept their husbands for who he is. Right? The reason is when you accept a man for who he is and complimenting on his positives and his strength, he will try as much as possible to improve on his weak points. But when you pronounce or expand, exaggerate, or stay on the negative part or on his weaknesses, it makes him defensive, it makes him angry, it makes him irritated by everything that you do. And then that's when they start saying women nag a lot. So if you don't want to be under those group of women that nag their husbands, it's very important that you learn to accept your husband for who he is while you do other things and compliment his weakness and then compliment him and encourage him and look for things to make him know that you appreciate the good parts that he has. Every man has a good part. So number 2 is to build his ego. I'm sure men will like this part. It's very important to men that you build their ego because every man has it. Every man has it. It's called pride, the humanly pride. But it's also acceptable because when you build his ego, it makes him stronger, it makes him more confident about himself. And there are several ways that you can do this: by complimenting him, by advising him, by singing his praise to people, by standing by his side, and also supporting him as much as you can. So you can build your man's ego by saying things that will encourage him instead of diminishing his ego. Men like women that celebrates them and encourages them more than women that disappoints them or nags and complains about all his weaknesses. I heard a story some time ago about a man who woke up in the morning and told his wife that he has an idea concerning a book. He wanted to write the advantages of. The man had an idea to write a book concerning, I think, advantages of mosquitoes. And the wife said, you must be very stupid. You must be sick. Yes, I know that you're sick. Which kind of idea is that? And she discouraged him. They had a terrible argument, and then he went to work. On getting to the office, he told his secretary that, Bola, come, I have an idea to write a book on the advantages of mosquitoes. And his secretary said, wow, Oga, you're very smart. That is a very good idea. I've never heard about such a topic before, and nobody has ever written books on that. I'm sure to sell. She encouraged him, and then he started. Down the line, the man got married to the person, to his secretary that encouraged him. So it's very important that you find ways to encourage your husband as often as possible. He is not perfect. We understand that, and we know that even you and I, we are not perfect. We are far from perfect. We are work in progress. We are work in progress. So we should also treat everyone around us that they are work in progress. Cut some people some slack and then encourage them the more. As much as possible, also try to celebrate your husband. Celebrate your husband not just on his birthdays. Look for little things to celebrate him with. Okay, men also like gifts, so you can look for gifts. They might not be always expensive, but at least that thoughtfulness that you went out of your way to get him gifts will go a long way. Some time ago, I remember doing some tops for my husband. I think I do it regularly from time to time when it comes to my mind anyway. But back that particular time, I got about 7. So every day I was bringing out, I didn't just give him the 7 at once, okay? But every single day for that particular week, each day I'll say, sweetheart, this is for you. I want you to wear this. So for that particular week, every single day had a different top to wear. You could do boxes. Okay, there was a time there was this gift box I got that was in the shape of a heart, and I got, I think, about 10 or 15 boxes, and I rolled them in bits, and then I fixed all of them together and then covered it up and then presented it. So you can look for things. It might be a roll-on, it might be a perf, it could be wristwatch. And if you have money, you do more expensive gifts for your husband on regular basis. I'm sure that he to be well appreciated. So another thing is dress up. It's very important that we dress up for our husband and be nice, be neat, because these are the things that attracts him. I did a video about how to attract your husband, and one of the major thing in that video was that women should be deliberate in their dressing. It's very, very important. You should look out for that video and then watch it and also share it with other women around you. So it's very important that as married women, we dress up very nicely, very smartly, and also in a very sexy way. I know that in Africa or virtually everywhere, a lot of women, once they are married, they relax on themselves. When they were singles, they do their hair regularly, maybe every 2 weeks or every 3 weeks, and they will do makeup. They will even learn some art, how to make up, how to, colorful and different earrings and things like that. But as soon as they get married, they just feel that, who is looking at me? What do I need to be dressing up for? And they get carried away with chores and taking care of the family, taking care of the children, that they let go of themselves. Especially once they start having children, they say, oh, after I'm a mother, everybody will understand. And it's very, very, trying not to insult anybody, it's very, very disgracing and very, very annoying seeing women go drop children in schools or go out of their compound or their flats without bra. Some of them will tie wrapper and they will open the door for their guests, and they're so unkept. How do you want your husband to cope? Remember that he's attracted to what he sees. Okay, so what men want, they want you to dress well, they want you to be attractive. It's one thing to love a woman, it's another thing to be attracted to her. My husband told me that phrase some years back, that it's very, very different. You can love somebody and not be attracted to them. So you do your best to always be in the heart of your husband by your dressing, by your character, by the things you do for him, by going out of your way to please him from time to time. Okay, so it's very important that you get sexy dresses. Some time ago, we had a guest in our house, and they came with their children. And while I was busy serving them, because usually when I'm cooking, not all the time, but sometimes I wear an apron over my dress. So that particular day, my husband and those guests, they came in together. So I was serving them drinks, food, and all that. And then before I came out of the kitchen, I removed the apron. Okay, so I served them the meals, and I was just talking, and we were entertaining each other like that. Then the one of the daughters of the guest asked me and said, "Mama, are you going out?" Mind you, this was in the night, I think about 9 p.m. African time, Nigerian time. And she said, "Am I going out?" I said, "No, it's late and I'm not going anywhere." And I asked her, "Why are you asking?" She said, "Because of your dress. Your dress is so nice, as if you're going out." And I told her that no, it's not because I'm going out. I'm a married woman. I should always look good. And somehow later on, I was not thinking about it. I said, why would this girl be asking such a question? So, you should always look good, not only because you have a guest or you're going out or something in your house. Your husband should meet you looking good. I know that there are few times maybe he comes a little earlier than usual. Even if you're a working class woman, a lot of working class, when they're going to work in the morning, they look all tushed and on point. They package and make their hair, their makeup, and everything. The suit is well ironed and everything. But once they get home, that week they will just fling it somewhere, clean their makeup off, and then start tying wrapper or wearing boxer. Boxer is for a man. Stop wearing boxers at home. You can wear bomb shorts, you can wear jeans, you can wear a nice dress at home. It's not only for your colleagues and for your bosses or for people around in the office or in your marketplace that should see you dressed in a smart and nice way. Dress well for your husband also. So that is for dressing. Then when it comes to the bedroom, there are some older sexy dresses that you should wear. For me, I feel most women should have different type of night wears. The regular night wear that you can wear when you have visitors or people are staying over in your house. Then the one I call transparent honesty. Transparent honesty. Okay, those are the ones that comes either in net or in lace. Yes, it makes your clothes very, very transparent, very, very tempting. So you can get some of those and then you wear it in the bedroom for your husband. One of the tips of how to attract your husband's attention that I shared in that video is, from time to time when you wear such dresses, you can just pace around back and forth as if you're looking for something, or you do as if you dropped something and then you bend in front of him. Definitely he will be attracted to that and it will get his attention. Okay, so another thing that you can do that most men like is to be organized. A lot of us are guilty, or even myself. So we are still in we are work in progress. So we are not perfect, but we're working on ourselves from time to time. So another thing is to be organized. I know one of the when you're doing acronym for woman, the O in woman, usually they use it and say it's for organization. So women needs to be organized. Your husband wants you to be organized, and it will save you a lot of time and energy when you are able to plan your day. Women mostly should wake up earlier, far earlier than any other person in the family. Let me confess now. I've always said I'm not a morning person. I don't wake up early in the morning, maybe because I'm in business, so I feel I can wake up by 6 or by 7 or by 8. If I'm not going out like weekends, I wake up anytime I want. But it got to a point I had to take conscious effort, consciously, and set alarm and started waking up very early. I tried my best for some time and it couldn't work, but I went back again. And that's why I keep saying we are work in progress. We are not perfect, and we are not trying to show that we are better than anybody when we do these things, but we are trying to make our work, our home work. We are trying to be an example to our children, to our husbands, and even other women around us. So it's very important. This time around, it's been working for me for a while. So I set an alarm with a song that I like so much. So I use that song to kind of worship God and wake up. And then I start my quiet time, pray, do some other things before my husband or my children wakes up. So please, if that will work for you, you can wake up very early, maybe 4 a.m., maybe 5 a.m., maybe 5:30, depending on your time and what you want to achieve early in the morning. And another time is late at night when everybody is asleep. You can create time to worship God, create time for your quiet time, or organize your next day. So it's very key that you organize your day. When we were talking about what women need in one of my videos, my previous videos, I did mention that understanding your love language is very important, that your husband needs to understand your love language. And I'm saying today that you too need to understand your husband's love language. There's majorly 5 love languages. Some people have like 2 or 3 combinations that they use to understand or appreciate love. And the types of love languages are words of affirmation, gifts, surprise gifts, acts of service, physical touch. Have I mentioned all? Affirmation, words of affirmation, act of service, physical touch, quality time, and what else? Let me see. So these are the love languages that you need to use to appreciate your husband. Once you have these words of affirmation, these words of affirmation, tell it to him as often as possible. Tell him he's special, he's the best, he's your head, Olowo Rimi, my dear, my love, my king. So many things. And encourage him and pray for him as often as possible, because the power of there is a lot of power when women pray for their husbands. So with all this, I hope that you will learn and try them out and build a more successful marriage. All right, that's all for now. Thank you very much for watching to the end. Give it a thumbs up if you like it, and then you share, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you very much. Bye for now.